Thank you all for coming. This is the fourth induction ceremony of the LeRoy Oatka Knights Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you for your support. We hope you enjoy the ceremony. Before we get started, there are many people to acknowledge. First of all, we hope that everyone can get down to see the beautiful craftsmanship performed by Joe LeRoy on our display case. It's down by the entrance of the gym. You go out by the cafeteria and head down toward the gym entrance, you'll see it. We also want to thank Ed Henry for his continuous support of the program. He does a lot of video work for him, and he does a lot of work on the internet. We appreciate his communicating with all of our supporters and future supporters. We also want to thank Barbie Martin for the fine job she did with this morning's buffet. Steve Samus did an excellent job with the program and with the slideshow that will be ongoing during the performance. Today we're proud to announce that we're doing our inaugural William Campbell Scholarship Award. Mr. Campbell was a great friend of Jim Rogers. He also was a tremendous leader in Silicon Valley and in other industries, as well as being a prominent member of the college football scene over many decades. So Mr. Campbell was one of our major benefactors, and we're going to return the honor by awarding biannual scholarships to prominent members of the LeRoy High School classes. Without any further delay, we want to turn the program over to Superintendent Merritt. He will begin with the scholarship award. Merritt?
Reid, thank you, and welcome to our LeRoy Oatka athletes, their families, and their supporters of what a great day this is to honor our athletic programs here at LeRoy. Just a quick round of applause again for our inductees today. Selfishly, when you think about LeRoy athletics, I think it's kind of epitomized this year with where we're at. And I think when we talk to our athletes, we talk about the impact that they make and what that does for a community, what that does for our students. And I think it's, like I said before, it's represented this year by our 6 sectional champions that we had this year. And I think on record, what we're trying to figure out is we think it's probably the most in school history during the season to have 6 sectional champions. They will be at the parade on Saturday. I just want to give that group a round of applause for their accomplishments. I want to thank the board of directors and especially Jim for putting this together today, the William Campbell Scholarship Award in honor of Bill. Let me just go, you can find out about somebody and you Google them or you go to Wikipedia and there's a whole big thing on it. You know that person has had a major impact. And let me just, a couple things on Bill real quick. Obviously, he attended Columbia University where he played football from 1959 to 1961. In his senior year, he was named to the Ivy All-League team. He graduated in 1962 with a bachelor's degree in economics. In 1964, he obtained his master's degree at the Teachers College at Columbia University. And I think that's the connection for Jim and himself and his family was that time working with Bill in athletics. And that's one of the things, again, we talk about all the time is the personal relationships that athletic provides us and our families and our students is immeasurable from that. And when Reid called me and said, hey, we're looking to start this year, he said, you have a name. I talked with high school principal Tim McCardle, and within 2 seconds we had a name ready to go. And it's an honor for me today to take you through and tell you who our honoree is today. And I think what you're going to find out is this student is obviously a student first, and he's also been a part of many activities here at the junior senior high school during his time. So let me give you a quick bio of our inductee today for our award for the Bill Campbell Award here. Bryce Bordenero has represented us so well over the past years and is truly the ideal Oatka Knight. He's been part of our football, our winter track, and outdoor track field teams for his entire career. And he was recently named to the first team All-State for football. He's been part of our Emerging Knights leadership team. He's been on Honor Society, Rotary Interact, where he played a major role on this year's project of honoring our local and active military men down when you see on Main Street with all the new banners that are lined up there. All of his service and involvement landed him a spot on last summer's prestigious American Legion New York State Boys All-State. Bryce has positively impacted many of our Knights, but most recently as part of our peer counseling program. He was trained as a mentor to help transition our 7th graders as they come over to our new building here. Bryce enjoyed his role and went above and beyond his required duties. In the classroom, Bryce is dedicated. He's a driven student who prides himself on quality and effort. His GPA is 95.06. That ranked him 13th in the class of 2018 out of 88 students. Bryce challenged himself by taking many AP courses and college level courses throughout his years here at LeRoy. And most importantly, Bryce will be continuing his education and athletic career at the University of Mercyhurst in the fall. Please welcome Bryce Bordenaro.
Before we continue, there are a few individuals that I want to mention who have been prominent supporters of the program, as well as prominent members of the athletic community and families of the athletic community. First of all, our primary sponsor of this event is Erie Niagara Insurance. Maureen Mulcahy has seen to it that her organization has donated substantial amounts of money to our effort over the years. Maureen, would you stand up, please? Nate Ryder is also here. If it weren't for Nate, our PR effort would be sorely lacking. Nate has assisted us with substantial archival research on teams and athletes over the years. He's selflessly written many articles on our behalf. We appreciate his journalistic and research efforts. Nate, would you stand up, please? In 2012, our first class honored many significant individuals in the LeRoy sports history. A name that immediately came to mind was Coach Edward Riefsteck. His son William is here today, and we're so glad that he saw fit to come back today to honor his dad's coaching ability, and our organization. Bill, can you stand up, please? And finally, one of my greatest teachers, one of my best coaches, is here today also. Larry Reid. Larry got the golf win streak started back in '99, and we're so glad he's here.